Guess what, guys? Day 7, final day of harvesting for the series of how much food can we harvest in a week. Um, Honestly, today is day 6 and 7. So today is actually Saturday, and we skipped yesterday. Not on purpose, but my youngest dog got neutered yesterday and was just feeling awfully crummy, and I couldn't bring myself to get away from him to come out here to the garden. So I spent the day with him recovering from his neuter surgery. And so today is day 6 and 7 for the sake of being open and honest here. Thanks for joining me again. Let's get started. Sorry, guys, my shadow's just going to be in these. I guess I could go around. Starting salad today with some okra. I did have to come grab a few of these yesterday, and I'm not going to count it into my total. It's the only thing I ran out to the garden to do yesterday is to grab some okra because it was so big. If I would have waited till this morning, excuse me, it would have been too late. Speaking of too late, I probably should have grabbed these when I ran out here, but I didn't. So here we are. Another day, another set of big squash. I'll still use it though, so no worries. These are so pokey. Flower was gross on the end. It's actually not a bad size. Pretty good. Happy about it. Got another little one in there. I'm gonna leave that. The squash have actually started to slow down with the warmer temperatures. Let's see, I know we had some tomatoes hiding. Okay, we're finally starting to pick some sauce tomatoes. Y'all know the drill by now. I pick tomatoes when they have a blush on them, let them ripen on the counter. It's really exciting to start having sauce tomatoes. I would like to follow after some other YouTube creators and make a year's worth of ketchup, barbecue sauce. Ugh. I might have to go to the other side. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the other side. Anyways, a year's worth of ketchup, barbecue sauce, tomato sauce. That one's got a hole in it, a pretty good hole with a web. I don't know that one's gonna be any good, but see if we could cut around it and save part of the tomato. I don't do waste. That one has a good size hole in it too, but I think that one I could definitely cut the top half off. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Organic gardening really teaches you to appreciate the work that goes into it. There's so many bugs. It's really hard. That's a nice one. Some bugs on it. Moving along. We'll come back for the beans and the squash. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the other tomatoes and just get the rest of the sauce tomatoes out of here. It's like a treasure hunt. Ah, doggone bugs. Finally one I could grab easy. It's an odd shape, but it looks good. You can already see that this one has a hole right here. See? But a lot of these, shucks, spoke too soon. I was gonna say a lot of these look really good. And they do. Like this one, wow, that's pretty. Oh, there's a lot in there. Those look great. Not a single one damaged, and those are the ripest ones I have. That's awesome. Here's what we have so far. It's already a good looking basket. We're getting full, getting heavy. So now we're gonna circle back. I'm gonna do the other tomatoes first, I think. No, you know what? We're already over here. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this stuff. I said that we were probably only going to get to harvest these one more time, but it looks like we had some stragglers on them. So I'm going to grab the few stragglers I see. I don't want them to go to waste. I had some of these last night. They were delicious. This is the tender green bush bean. I gotta say, I don't love the aroma to bush bean. The flavor's okay, but the texture is really weird. So it's kind of hairy like a peach is. And I didn't love the texture. I felt like I was chewing on felt. Not great. So I probably won't grow those again, even though they were super prolific. They grew so much. I just don't think those are for me. Somebody, sure. Me, no. Who knows? My husband might like them. Well, I thought we wouldn't get any more, and it looks like we're going to get a good handful, so that's a bonus. I definitely don't think they lived up to the standard of half pound per bush. I just dropped some. Looking good, looking good. All right, let's grab some more squash. Okay. Basket's getting pretty full. We're gonna go to the other garden. I do have to come back to this one for something, but I need to get my other basket to do that. Figured we might as well fill this one up first. Cucumber time. These videos have been neat because I knew I've been harvesting a lot, but I am harvesting a lot more than I thought I was. So it's pretty cool to see everything that's coming in because I was just picking it in like one big sweep through. I need to come through and prune these cucumbers, get all the dead stuff off. But now that I'm doing it like this, it's cool to see how much I could actually pick each day. I've been trying to process it as I go, so that way I don't end up with a huge amount by the end of the week. That's how I get overwhelmed. Some people like to do it better that way, and it's okay, but I'd rather make like 3 quarts of pickles and then later do another 3 quarts of pickles and sit there and try and make 12 quarts of pickles all in one day. That's just me. To each their own. I think that's it for cucumbers. Oh, I see one more. Ow! That one was sharp. That one is very bug eaten. I'm going to leave it. Here's our basket so far. Looking good. Look at all that color. Okay. Let's go get some more lemon squash. I think we have 2 more. One right there. Take y'all over to this other one. One right here. In case anyone's wondering, the lemon squash does not taste like lemon. The lemon squash tastes like regular yellow squash. It's really good, nice and tender. This is very prolific, so if you're just looking for a yellow squash that grows really fast, this might be the one for you. However, the lemon spice jalapenos do taste like lemon. They are like a lemony, citrusy jalapeno. Very good. Excellent. Especially if you like lemon. Get my little tomato basket. Got my little tomato basket. This one's for the cherry tomatoes, just to keep them out of the way. I have a huge bowl of cherry tomatoes at this point on the counter, and it's a lot of cherry tomatoes. And I gave a bunch away. These roselles have an excellent flavor though. These will definitely be coming back to my garden next year. They have almost the flavor of a slicer tomato mixed with a sweet cherry tomato, if that makes sense. If you grow a lot of tomatoes, you probably understand, but it's like, I don't know, they're very flavorful, very flavorful. Absolutely delicious. So far, pretty good basket. We've got some black strawberry cherry tomatoes getting ripe. And I think I'm actually going to let these fully ripen on here, because I'm thinking maybe that's what happened with my other ones, why I think they're so nasty. I don't know, I'm just trying to give them a chance. Like, this one looks super red. I'll probably grab this one. Yeah, that's extra red. I hate to just write them off, but so far I haven't loved them. They're so pretty though. Alright. Got a nice slicer tomato ready. Ooh. I love me some slicer tomatoes. Dang, normally they just come right off. I think I had this issue with this plant last time. They want to hang on. Perfect. No bird or bug damage. That is what I'm looking for. Perfect tomato. Today is definitely a tomato day. We've got lots of tomatoes. That one's another perfect one. Dang, what a basket. Shadows are whooping me on this video today. Whoa, that has a lot of damage. Looks like it kind of healed itself over, but I don't know if that's going to be able to be edible. We'll see. We've got one starting to blush down there, a really big one, but it's not quite there, so it's not going to be able to count towards this week's total. I don't know why I forget about these Everglades tomatoes every day, but I sure do. I should know better. Every day I gotta pick them, which is great. That's not a complaint by any means. I'm just saying I don't know how I forget. I see how these easily reseed. Obviously I pick them every day, and every day there's still so many more, and they're ripening and falling to the ground like overnight before I could even pick them. So with these, it's almost better to pick with the blush, because the next day they're going to be ripe on the counter. Although so far, at least I haven't noticed having any bird issues with these. I did find the largest tomato hornworm I have ever seen on my other little growing Everglades tomato, and it single-handedly demolished like 3 branches. That thing was huge. I just cut the leaf off and relocated it. Alright, so basket number 1 is beautiful. see if we can balance that. Wow. Alright, so I'm sorry in advance for the change in audio. Hopefully y'all can still hear me okay. My mic died, and for the sake of just getting the last bit of this done, I'm just going to record through the phone speaker and see how it goes. So these are honey nut squash. They were supposed to be butternut squash, but that's not what I ended up with. And I've heard really mixed things on when to pick them. So I keep hearing if you can't puncture it with your fingernail, it's ready. If you can't, if they've turned colors, it's ready. If the tendrils dried, it's ready. If the vine's dried up, obviously it's ready. But the vine is still pretty healthy, still putting on new squash. So obviously I can't wait for the vine to die. But these I cannot puncture with my fingernail. The tendril has dried up and they're nicely colored. Actually, that one, only one tendril has dried up. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it. Wow. Ah, golly. You gotta have some muscle. Doggone shadow. So pretty. Look at it. That's cute. I don't know why, but I think vegetables are cute. Peep my pretty marigolds. They're huge. Yay! And then I was gonna grab all these, so I may not have needed another basket because I think that's gonna be the only one that's ready. Okay, well, it looks like everything else still has a little bit of growing to do. Sorry to get your hopes up with something larger, but I'm pretty pleased with this harvest. It is very beautiful, very great for day 6 and 7. I'm just so pleased. Okay, now that my chickens have pecked one of everything in my basket, I just shoot them off the table. We're gonna add all our stuff. Look what she did. Bad chicken. I always think these baskets are gonna weigh so much more than they do. And I'm a little curious if my scale failed me the other day because I noticed something was weighing a lot less than it should have. So I retried it and it was like 2 pounds more than it said, which was crazy. So if anything, it's less than what I had, well, that's fine. You could see how much we're getting. I feel like the weight isn't as important as seeing the quantity. And for the tomatoes in our little basket. Okay, grand total is a whopping 7 pounds, 13.8 ounces. What a great way to end the week. All right, everyone, moment of truth. The amount we have harvested Sunday through today is right here. I'll have to insert a voiceover of how much it is because at this exact moment. Well, everyone, we have reached the end of our harvesting week, Sunday through Saturday, and our grand total is, bum-ba-da-dum, right here, Thank y'all so much for joining along. I hope you've enjoyed watching this harvest as much as I have enjoyed harvesting it. If you do, please make sure you like, subscribe for future harvest hauls, garden tours, updates, etc. I look forward to seeing you there. I always enjoy talking with y'all in the comments, so please leave me a comment. And if not, I'll see you next time. Bye everybody. Happy gardening.